And so welcome to the Carl Watts Daily Lesson Live number 8. Yes, we are seriously motoring now. And remember, one of our key phrase, if you like, is that you are only one tip away. Now, what do I mean by that? It means that effectively, if you keep taking on board little logical tips, just one at a time, and trying to introduce them into your game, it's going to make that difference to your game. It has to. But what you will also find is when we say you're only one tip away, we've got lots of examples of players who actually have taken one little nugget that has brought their puzzle together, if you like, and suddenly improved by 3, 4, 5, 6 shots at a time, which is amazing to see. So the question I have today is from David from Wales. Now, he plays at Llandrindod Wells Golf Club. He is 75 years old, plays off a handicap of 16, that is correct, and he has been struggling with hitting shots to the right. Now, I've had a bit of a conversation with him just to find out exactly what he's up to, and he is hitting pretty good tee shots, but he's finding himself on the fairway and hitting it straight right, and he has no real idea as to what is happening and why it's happening and what to do about it. So, to answer your question, David, one of the first things we actually really want to ask here is, if you like, sort of, I wonder why you don't quite understand why the shot is going to the right. Now, some basic rules that we're after is, when you do hit a shot, for instance, to the right, so if I give you a bit of an example here, so if this is the green and here is the flag and you are here. Now, if you hit a shot straight to the right, how would you hit a shot straight to the right? So if you were going to teach me to hit that shot over there, what would you say? How would you get me to do it? So understanding the principles and the basics of how you would do it is really important. Understanding it, interestingly, how to hit the shots you don't want to hit actually helps you to avoid them and to correct them on the course where it matters most. So if David, for instance, here is aiming straight at the target, let's say he is, and he then hits the shot straight to the right, what has he done wrong? Now, there are two components you really want to look at here, the basic fundamentals. One is, what direction is the club swinging on? So what is the swing path? And where is the club face in relation to the swing path? Now, if we can understand those components, we can start to understand what we then have to do to correct it. So, to hit a shot straight to the right, let me ask you a question. Would you feel that you would have to swing to the right, as in to out on a swing path, so you're swinging to the right, or would you be swinging more to the left? Now, it's obviously a bit of a daft question, I'm sure, but in reality, all that's happening here on this one is the swing path is clearly working to the right. Yeah, so we have a swing path in to out. Now, the next question you then have to ask, if he's hitting straight shots to the right, so he's hitting a push, to the right, so he is hitting a push, so there's no curvature whatsoever, where is the club face in relation to the swing path? So what I'm saying here is this. So if I take this alignment stick, and this is the target, and he's trying to hit the ball straight down this target line. Now, if he's hitting a push, actually what is he doing? So the swing path is to the right, and now using this club now, to hit a straight push, the club face must be square to that line to the right. Okay, so does that make sense? So when you're hitting a push, if I wanted to hit a push on purpose and miss a green to the right, I would swing to the right, swing path into out with a club face square to that line. If the club face was open to the line, the ball would start to the right and then fade further right. You'd have more curvature. If I swing to the right with the club face closed, it would start to the right, but then draw to the left. So for David from Wales, who's asking this question, why does he keep hitting it to the right, is his swing path is basically into out, and he's got a square club face. Now, how do you then rectify it? So if I said what is the opposite of a push, obviously the opposite would be a pull. Yep, so the pull would go the opposite direction. Yep, so you've now got the pull over here. Now, understanding how to hit a pull there's a very good chance that that's going to help someone who's pushing the ball. So if you needed to pull a shot to the left on purpose, right? So on purpose you wanted to hit one left, what would you do? And in reality, it's the complete opposite. So to hit a pull, we now need to get a swing path which is now more out to in to the left, with a club face now again square to that line. Now, if David then understands that, he can then start to go, hang on a minute, I know the basic principles here of why this shot is going straight right. My swing path is in to out, the club face is square to that line. The ball flight is my coach, it's telling me exactly what I'm doing wrong. And now if he now understands those principles and then understands the opposite principles for a pull, which is out to in with a square face, what I would now recommend for David to do is now to try and feel like he's swinging more out to in as opposed to the in to out. Now that sounds oversimplistic, but I promise you, the amount of lessons where I always start my lessons by saying, when someone's hitting a shot like this, I'll always start and I'll go, well, okay, tell me what you would do to hit that shot. How would you teach me to hit that shot? And what you tend to get is people really don't know. They don't know where to start. So if you like, PGA pros are taught through their professional organisations about all these basics and fundamentals, which is great stuff that they know it. However, what tends to be the case is most amateurs, and I mean most amateurs, haven't been given that baseline understanding and knowledge. So what happens is that they then get on the course and they can't actually assess what's gone wrong and then know how to fix it. So this one could be a very simple fix for David, right, who's struggling to hit the greens. He's pushing to the right, he then understands the path to the right, the club face is square. What would be the opposite? A path to the left with the club face square. He can then recalibrate a little bit when he's on the course where it matters most. So my advice to you here, David, is this. One, literally today, I've actually just put on the YouTube channel, the Carl Watts Golf YouTube channel. I've literally put up there the shape management system. Now that consists of 8 videos that relate to 8 different shapes of shot with an intro video. It gives you the basic understanding of the hook, the slice, the draw, the fade, the push, the pull, the pull, draw, the push, fade. You've got all of these different shapes that actually, each video is about 2 or 3 minutes long, but it allows you to get a basic fundamental understanding of how you hit these shots. So I'm a big fan of getting players to hit the bad shots that they want to avoid. The reason for that is if they can hit them at will, they can then make changes when it matters most on the course, and they have that understanding, which is really, really important. So my thing through the channel and through these daily lessons live is to educate, is to help you get a baseline understanding, work on these 1 tip elements at a time, introduce basic principles and logic into your game, and gradually your knowledge will go up and you'll be able to go on that course with a lot more confidence, knowing what to do and how to fix it. So try that for me, David, the next time you're on the golf course. I think you're going to find that's very helpful. And again, watch the videos. Go through them. I think you're going to find them very, very helpful to give you that bit of understanding. So when you do hit, for instance, if it's not a push, let's say you suddenly hit a hook, and now you understand the principles behind the hook of where the path and the club face is. You can then look at what the slice motion is, and now you've got the basic understanding to help you fix your game, which is actually very, very key for you. So I hope that's answered your question. I've seen this type of error happen a lot. Again, I'm going to throw this one in for you as well here. Most people, when they're hitting a push, what they will tend to do is simply aim further left to accommodate. That doesn't get rid of the problem. You just aim left and you carry on pushing. Now, all I would recommend is make sure that you're online. That gives you the correct data and understanding as to what is going on with your swing. Okay, so check out the videos. I think you're going to find them very, very useful. So if you've liked this video, if you found it helpful, please like below, and also go onto the YouTube channel. I promise you, we are putting videos every day. Over the next 6 months, we'll be putting 3 videos a day on there. but they're all geared around basic systems. So there'll be like a collection of 6 or 8 or 12 videos, 2-minute, 3-minute videos, all linked to improving a certain section of the game. You will find them very helpful and very self-explanatory. If you have any questions, please throw the questions my way. If you've got questions you would like me to answer during the daily lesson live, please do so. I'm here to help. And again, as I've mentioned before, if you would like me to assess your swing, send me a video. I will turn it into a YouTube clip and put it out onto the YouTube channel, and then we can help you to understand what is going on with your swing, and then help others to understand by watching your video as well. So thank you for watching. Hope that's helped. Any questions, fire them at me, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And just remember, you're only one tip away.